Every revolutionary technology begins with someone who dares to imagine a future that others believe is impossible. And Sam Altman's journey is one of the most remarkable examples of that vision. Today, millions of people around the world use ChatGPT to learn new skills, solve problems, write content, create software, and unlock their creativity. But behind this groundbreaking technology is a man whose lifelong curiosity about computers and innovation helped shape the future of artificial intelligence. This is the inspiring story of Sam Altman, the entrepreneur, investor, and technology leader who became one of the driving forces behind OpenAI and the development of ChatGPT. His life proves that changing the world does not always begin with extraordinary resources. Sometimes it begins with a curious mind, a willingness to take risks, and an unwavering belief in the power of innovation. Sam Altman was born on April 22, 1985, in Chicago, Illinois, and grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, in a supportive middle-class family that encouraged learning and exploration. From a very young age, he displayed an unusual fascination with technology. When he received his first Macintosh computer as a child, it quickly became much more than a toy. While many children spent their free time playing games, Sam was busy exploring how computers worked, teaching himself programming, and imagining the endless possibilities of software. His curiosity grew stronger each year, and he developed a deep passion for solving problems with technology. Rather than simply accepting how things were, he constantly questioned how they could be improved, a mindset that would later define his career. As Sam entered high school, his love for computers continued to grow. He enjoyed mathematics, science, and programming, often spending countless hours experimenting with software and learning independently. Unlike many of his classmates, he was fascinated by the internet and believed it had the potential to transform nearly every aspect of human life. This belief inspired him to pursue computer science at Stanford University, one of the world's leading institutions for technology and innovation. At Stanford, he learned from talented professors and collaborated with ambitious students who shared his entrepreneurial spirit. However, Sam soon realized that the rapidly evolving technology industry offered opportunities that could not always wait for a college degree. Like several famous entrepreneurs before him, he made the bold decision to leave Stanford before graduating so he could focus entirely on building his own company. It was a risky choice that many people questioned, but Sam believed that real-world experience would teach him lessons no classroom could provide. In 2005, while still in his early 20s, Sam founded his first startup, Loopt, a location-based social networking application that allowed people to share their locations with friends using mobile phones. At a time when smartphones and location-sharing services were still in their infancy, the idea was considered bold and ahead of its time. Through Loopt, Sam joined Y Combinator, one of Silicon Valley's most respected startup accelerators. Building a company proved far more difficult than he had imagined. He faced technical challenges, fierce competition, financial uncertainty, and skepticism from investors who doubted whether people would embrace such technology. Yet instead of giving up, Sam continued improving the product, learning from mistakes, and adapting to changing market conditions. Although Loopt never became a global phenomenon, the company was eventually acquired in 2012, giving Sam valuable entrepreneurial experience and establishing his reputation as a talented founder capable of turning ambitious ideas into reality. After selling Loopt, Sam's journey took an even more influential turn when he became the president of Y Combinator in 2014. Rather than focusing solely on building his own business, he began mentoring hundreds of startup founders from around the world. During his time at Y Combinator, Sam worked closely with entrepreneurs developing groundbreaking companies in technology, healthcare, finance, and artificial intelligence. He became known for recognizing potential before others could see it, encouraging founders to think bigger, move faster, and solve meaningful problems. Through these experiences, Sam gained a unique understanding of how world-changing companies are created. He observed that the greatest innovations often came from people who challenged conventional thinking and remained committed despite repeated failures. These lessons strengthened his belief that the next technological revolution would be driven by artificial intelligence. In 2015, Sam Altman joined Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, Elon Musk, and several other technology leaders to establish OpenAI. Their mission was unlike that of most technology companies. Rather than focusing solely on profits, OpenAI aimed to develop artificial intelligence that would benefit all of humanity while ensuring that increasingly powerful AI systems remained safe and aligned with human values. At a time when many people viewed advanced AI as distant science fiction, Sam believed it would become one of the most transformative technologies in human history. Building OpenAI was far from easy. The organization required extraordinary amounts of funding, world-class researchers, cutting-edge computing infrastructure, and years of patient scientific research. Progress was often slow, with countless experiments producing failures before meaningful breakthroughs emerged. Nevertheless, Sam and his team remained committed to their long-term vision, believing that persistence would eventually lead to revolutionary discoveries. Over the following years, OpenAI introduced increasingly capable artificial intelligence models that demonstrated remarkable improvements in language understanding and reasoning. Behind every breakthrough were years of research, enormous computational resources, and the combined efforts of scientists, engineers, and researchers dedicated to advancing AI responsibly. Then, in late 2022, OpenAI released ChatGPT to the public. Almost overnight, millions of people discovered a new way to interact with artificial intelligence. Students used it to learn difficult subjects, programmers wrote software more efficiently, businesses improved productivity, writers generated ideas, and creators explored entirely new forms of expression. ChatGPT rapidly became one of the fastest-growing consumer technologies in history, fundamentally changing how people viewed the possibilities of artificial intelligence. What had once been years of invisible research suddenly became a tool used by millions across the globe. Success, however, also brought enormous responsibility. As ChatGPT became more powerful and widely adopted, important questions emerged about AI safety, privacy, misinformation, employment, ethics, and the future relationship between humans and intelligent machines. Sam Altman frequently spoke about both the tremendous opportunities and the serious responsibilities associated with developing advanced AI. He emphasized that technological progress should be accompanied by careful governance, international cooperation, and continuous efforts to ensure that AI benefits humanity as a whole. In 2023, OpenAI experienced a dramatic leadership crisis when Sam was briefly removed as CEO before returning just days later after overwhelming support from employees, partners, and much of the technology community. The episode demonstrated both the challenges of leading one of the world's most influential AI organizations and the confidence many people had in his leadership during a critical period in the development of artificial intelligence. Today, Sam Altman continues to guide OpenAI as it develops increasingly advanced AI systems capable of assisting people in education, healthcare, scientific research, software development, business, and countless other fields. Under his leadership, OpenAI continues pursuing the ambitious goal of creating artificial intelligence that benefits humanity while carefully addressing the complex challenges that accompany such powerful technology. His story is not simply about building ChatGPT or leading a successful company. It is about believing that technology can expand human potential when developed responsibly. From a curious child fascinated by computers to one of the world's most influential technology leaders, Sam Altman's journey demonstrates that extraordinary achievements are built through curiosity, courage, resilience, continuous learning, and a willingness to pursue ideas that others may consider impossible. His life reminds us that every revolutionary innovation begins with a simple question: what if we could build something that changes the world? And that the future belongs to those bold enough to search for the answer.